Welcome back, friends. Any of you that have watched any of my gun videos know that I'm a huge fan of the Ruger LCP line of pistols. I carried the older one for several years, and when the new one came out, the LCP II, the one we have here, I was equally excited about it because of all the enhancements and refinements they had made in the pistol. Even though they did 7 or 8 things from the old pistol to make it a really great pistol, some of us always like to try and do a little bit more just to kind of customize it and make it our own. In this particular pistol, I did some of the same things that I did on my old LCP. Now, one of the refinements they made is in the sight system. You can see these sights here are raised quite a bit more than the old ones, and so is the one in front, but it was still black. And I just took some paint from the hobby store that I have, and I put a little white dot out there. It makes it a little easier to acquire a sight picture when you're shooting inside in the range. But to tell you the truth, that's not really the purpose of these guns. You're not going to take 100, 150 rounds and go out to the range and try to drive tacks at 25 yards. So don't get all caught up in the excitement of, oh man, it doesn't really have a good set of sights on it, because you're really not going to need them. The purpose of this pistol is to draw it, point it, take a couple shots at center mass, and see if you've gotten rid of the bad guy. If you hadn't, pump a couple more in them. So it's not a big deal, but it's something that I did and I kind of like, so I put that on there. You can use whatever color you want. Probably use a couple different coats. Just take some rubbing alcohol, clean it off real good, and then apply it there. So that's one thing that I did, and I did it to my old one. I really liked it. The other thing that I did was I put another set of these rubberized Talon grips on here. Now I like the rubberized version. They do make it in the sandpaper skateboard tape type texture as well, but these are only like $16.95. They come specific to the gun. There's nothing for you to cut or anything, and you can apply them in about 5 minutes. They go completely around the grip. They fit and conform perfectly to the grip, back strap, and I just really like the way they feel. So even though they improve the grip size and the palm swell in it and everything, I just like the feel of the rubberized Talon grip. So that's the number 2 thing that I did to it. The third thing I did is try to put a little safety feature in here. Now this is a hammer fired pistol, although you don't see a hammer, or even when you cycle it, you don't see a hammer coming back. It is recessed in there and you can't see it unless you're really looking. And if you'll notice right there, I've got a little red dot. So when you field strip this and you get the slide off, the hammer's going to be exposed. Just take some more of that rubbing alcohol on a gun cleaning patch or something, clean that hammer off real good, and then once again I went over to my modeling paint area, grabbed some red paint, and put a couple coats there on the back. That way when I look down at this gun, I can tell right away that it is loaded. I got one in the chamber and we are ready for action. I don't have to do a press check or anything like that. I can see just at a glance if I have this thing cocked and ready to go. So there's the 3 changes that I made to my Ruger LCP II just to make it more of my own. Let me know the things you've done. I like to see what everybody else is doing as well. So if you like what you see here, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and please share it with your friends. Leave those comments below. If you got any questions, I'll get back to you. And we hope to see you guys down the road. Adios.